What's good, guys? Today I wanted to share with you my curly hair journey. It's definitely been a long journey. I started damaging my curls when I was pretty young. I would say it was around high school that I started to play around with heat and chemicals. And now that I have my curls back, I have just been embracing them so much. I love them now more than ever, and I just appreciate them so much. So anyway, let's backtrack to when I was little. When I was little, I didn't really know how to do my hair. I will say the natural hair world was a lot different back then than it is now. We didn't have YouTube. The product selection was very minimal. It was just really difficult to have natural hair and to know what to do with it and to learn how to style it and everything. So it was just different back then. I would a lot of times wear my hair slicked back into a really tight ponytail, either up high or I would do the deep side part with big hoop earrings, and I would just have it in a ponytail or a bun. That's really all I knew what to do with it. Or I would just put a lot of gel or mousse and rock the wet hair look. It was just a mess. I mean, there were some times I would get it to look good, or my mom would help me. My mom did my hair a lot, and there were sometimes it was cute, or when I was really little it was okay, but when I started to get to middle school, that's when I didn't love my hair, and it made it difficult for me to feel. I didn't feel ugly, but I just felt I just didn't feel really pretty, and that sounds really sad, but that's just how my hair made me feel at the time. And at that point in your life too, you're still working on being confident and finding yourself. It's a normal thing to go through insecurities, whatever they are. For everyone it's something different. For me, having natural textured hair, it was something that I was insecure about for a while. So when I was in high school, I decided to put chemicals in my hair. I got the Japanese straightening system, which is pretty much a relaxer. Basically, it chemically straightens your hair permanently. So once you put those chemicals in your hair, that hair will never curl again. You'll get the new growth, but the hair down here will always be straight. So I did that for a few years. I did it all through high school. Actually, not my freshman year. I believe my sophomore year was the first time that I did it. And at that time, I felt like I was more pretty with straight hair. And that's so sad to me now, being where I am in life now. That's so sad to me. But back then, that's just what it was. Straight hair was kind of a thing back then. That's when flat irons were becoming popular. And even feedback from people too, people would see me and be like, oh my God, your hair looks so pretty. Anytime I would straighten it. It wasn't when it was curly, it was when it was straight that people were, oh my God, your hair looks so good. You should do it like this more often. And then when I did it permanently, that's all it ever was straight. My hair was always straight. So I did that all through high school. And then I got to college and I was over it. I was just over straightening my hair. I didn't like having the curls up here and then the straight hair down here. So I said, you know what? I want to grow my hair back and I want to learn how to do my hair. So I stopped getting the Japanese system. I cut a lot of it off, and I started to grow it out. But at that phase, I'm technically transitioning. I still didn't know how to do my hair. I still didn't know where to find information. I wasn't doing good research. So I continued to straighten it, not knowing that even though I don't have those chemicals in my hair anymore, I could still do damage with the flat iron and the blow dryer if I overdo it. But I was using the flat iron almost every day, which is awful. So all through college, I continued to style my hair straight. I would straighten it and curl it sometimes, but it was always some kind of heat on my hair. So towards the end of college, I would say junior, senior year, I started to really stop and look at my hair and be like, what is wrong with it? Why? I noticed when it was wet, I had all these curls up here, and then on the bottom it was still straight. I said, I don't understand why. I'm pretty sure all the hair from the Japanese is gone. So I started doing some research and just really paying attention to my hair, and that's when I learned about heat damage. That's okay, that's a thing. So I was like, okay, I really need to stop straightening my hair. Well, again, I still didn't know what to do with it curly, so I would leave it sometimes, but even then I would curl the ends. Like I would leave it curly and then I would curl the bottom, which is still, you're still using heat. I would use a curling iron to do it. I was not smart at the time with my hair. So fast forward after college, it was about a year, 2 years after college, I'm like, that's it. Not only was my hair still damaged, I was so tired of straightening my hair twice a week. You know, I would wash it, I have to blow it out, and then I have to flat iron. I was just over it. And being a dancer too, where I'm constantly practicing, taking class, and I'm sweating my hair out. It was just a hassle. I wasn't for it. So one day, I was in the shower, I was washing my hair with the intention to straighten it. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to straighten my hair. I don't want to straighten it. So I get out of the shower, I hid my blow dryer and my flat iron, and I had Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls, which to this day is still one of my favorite all-time curly hair products. I still use it. I found it, I still had it, and I had some other natural products rolling around because every summer I would just take a break from straightening. I would just put my hair in a bun, but I always put like some kind of product in it because my hair needed it. So I just threw a couple of things in my hair and I just let it dry. Just let it air dry. And I fluffed it out. And it actually wasn't that bad. I mean, half of my head was curly, maybe about up to here. And then it was long at this point. All of this was damaged, it was straight. But you know, when I fluffed it out, and I wouldn't just wear it out, I would like put it half up in a clip. It wasn't too bad. It was obviously damaged, but like, it was enough for me to be like, you know what, I can do this. So at that point, I decided to transition. So for about, I want to say it was at least 6 months, I transitioned. So every month I will cut little by little, just a couple inches here and there. And my roommates and my close friends at the time were like, Jen, just listen, it's just gotta go. Just cut it off. Like, your hair is gonna be so much better. And I didn't want to listen. I was just like, no, like, no, I'm gonna do it little by little. I did not want a big chop just because I was so attached to the length and I just wasn't used to seeing myself with a full head of curls. So I kept doing that, you know, playing around with products. This is when I started doing more research and taking better care of it. And within months, it was just so much healthier, it was thicker, it was growing faster. I continued to trim little by little, and eventually, before I went and like went to a professional to get it cut, I big chopped. I was like, you know what? I can't do it. This is too much. I was literally sitting in the mirror, like holding a chunk of hair with the scissors, like, oh, I don't know if I want to do it, but I knew I had to. So I went, got my hair scissors, I just went in the mirror. I took every single straight piece of hair that I could find, no matter how long it was, how short, and I just went around. I wasn't even looking at if my hair was even, if I was cutting it right. I just wanted to get rid of every single piece of damage. So I went, I cut everything, and at first it was like, well, what did I just do? But then I went and I washed it, I styled it, and it just looked so much better. My curls just sprang up, they came to life. They definitely needed like a better cut, you know, with some layers and stuff, but it looks so much better. I did not regret it at all. I was really happy. I definitely had to figure out how to work with it and how I was gonna style it, but it was the best decision ever. So if you're going through that process where you're transitioning and you just can't take it anymore, or you want a big chop or you're too scared, I would say just go for it. Maybe do like a few mini chops if you need to, just like a couple inches here and there, but it's honestly, it's worth it. It's so worth it. Your hair will grow back. It'll be so much healthier. You're not gonna have those annoying straight pieces to deal with anymore. It's absolutely 100% worth it. So not too long after that, I found someone through one of my dance friends. He knows how to cut curly hair. Like, he's really good. He's in New York, and so I made an appointment with him. He's so cool. Like, he's still the only person that I trust with my hair. So I showed him a picture of my friend with her curls because I had no idea how to describe a curly haircut. So I said, whatever you did with her curls, just that's what I want. Just exactly that, just go to town. So he went in, cut it, and he's so good. Like, he really just gets in there, takes his time. Like, he spent a good 45 minutes just cutting it, you know, going curl by curl. He does it wet. I know a lot of people say, oh, to get like a real curly cut, it needs to be dry, but he does it wet, and I mean, I need to trim, but clearly it looks pretty good. To me, it looks good. So he does it, that's his technique. He dried it, he styled it. I looked in the mirror and I was just like, oh my God. I had no words. Like, I didn't know that my hair could do that. I was so happy. I was so grateful that I made the decision to finally cut it off. And then, you know, I found this amazing person who could give me the style, the look that I didn't even know I wanted. And I was so happy. So from there, I started to, you know, play with products and routines. That's the part to me, honestly, that is the most difficult, is figuring out what your hair likes, because there's just so many options out there. It could be overwhelming. It could be really tough on your wallet, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna say, once you experiment, you know, if you could get something in a trial size, or if like maybe you have a friend, they have a product and you can just try it, do that. And once you find something that your hair likes, keep it, especially if it's affordable. I have to say, most of my products, with the exception of two, my Miss Jessie's and the Moroccan oil, everything's pretty cheap. You can find it at the drugstore. It's very affordable. If you're gonna splurge on something, I definitely would say styling products, because those are the products that stay in your hair. I used to spend money on these conditioners and hair masks and stuff, and it's like, it's hard for me to spend that money because I just rinse it out. It doesn't stay in my hair. I just see my money going down the drain, like, bye. But yeah, once I don't even know how long it was, because I'm constantly trying new things and experimenting, but I would say to like nail down a really good routine that I was just really happy with, about 4 months after I got that nice haircut. It was about 4 months that I started to feel like, okay, like, this is how I'm gonna do it. These are the products I like. This is what my hair likes. This is what works for me. So that is my curly hair journey. I haven't turned back since then. I absolutely love and appreciate my curls now. I feel more beautiful now than ever, and super confident with my curls. I was so content with my hair that I actually just recently straightened it for the first time ever since I cut it, which was since I quit heat, which was 3.5 years ago. So I went that long without straightening it, and I didn't really miss it. I honestly just did it because, you know, I was curious. I wanted to see the length. It had been a long time. I wanted to see how it would look, and I actually did it without a flat iron. So if you want to see how I did that, check out, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the title right now, but check out the video. It's pretty recent, where I'm straightening my hair with the Revlon blow dryer brush. But yes, that was my curly hair journey. Absolutely no regrets. I'm not turning back. I love my curls, and I don't want to leave them again. I'm sorry I left them in the first place. Some people do have feelings about coloring curly hair. Clearly, I color my hair pretty heavy, and my curls are still intact. So if that is a concern of yours, if you have curly hair and you're looking to color it, I would say, in my experience, it worked out. You have to take good care of it. That's all. Just take really good care of it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.